Jerry. So let's look at the Schumann resonance. And this was for the full moon day on May 1st. And we can see that it looks like a pretty normal day. There's a lot of intense, or not intense, but a lot of energy, green energy for the 8 hertz. And it continued throughout the day until the next day. So the full moon peaked in the morning and we didn't really see anything happen, but most of this energy is beta energy. So it's going down to about 25 hertz and then as the day ended into the next day, we didn't really see any of that high frequency. So on May 1st, there was not a lot of high intense frequency from the Earth's heartbeat, but there was a lot of stuff going on in the geomagnetic sphere in space. Alright guys, so this was Saturday. This is what the aftermath of what happened after the full moon, and we can see pretty much throughout the entire morning until we get to about 11 to 12, about 12 to 13 UTC. We're gonna start with this peak, this high peak of around 12 hertz. But again, we're starting to see the white energy come in, and then it's just back-to-back high frequency almost every single hour, streaking down towards 40 hertz. So again, we were seeing cascading of gamma energy come in for almost the entire day, entire night. And this was, again, the aftermath of the full moon. Alright guys, this is a lot of gamma energy, and again, I want to mention that the white is super white, even though it's located only up in around the 16 hertz to 24 hertz. But most likely you were feeling this in your upper chakras. You were feeling probably like you can't really make it through the day, or it's just hard for you to keep your eyes open, or if you're like me, you just feel super activated, you want to do something, but for some reason I didn't have a lot of work on Saturday, so I didn't do much. But yeah guys, we were seeing all of this until about 4 UTC. Alright, so Sunday is when it seemed like everything was going to end, but again, we hit about 12 UTC, which for me is the afternoon time. For most people, this is probably towards the morning, getting towards the late morning in North America, and it's just a straight bolt of 40 hertz. So gamma energy, again, ascension energy, 5D Earth is here. It's already here on this planet. So we're just phasing out of the 3D, and most likely you can see it in your life. Like, you're starting to see things that you haven't seen before, and you're starting to feel it in your body. Guys, this is super intense. The white energy just keeps coming back because, again, it's probably letting us know that something inside of us is changing. Our DNA is definitely changing, but a lot of people are gonna say, oh, something is gonna come up. Some weird, foreboding thing is going to happen in the 3D world. And whether or not it does happen, again, I'm going to always advocate and tell you guys it doesn't matter anymore, because what matters is you and your empowerment. Okay, towards the end of the day, we got some streaks around 12, looks like 12 hertz. And these are white and red, and that means there's repression energy coming out, and there's 5D energy coming out towards the end of the day. This is for Monday, and as we can see around 7 UTC, probably when you were asleep, when you're most likely asleep or about to go to sleep, that is when we got some more activation coming in. But we see another like white streak coming down about an hour ago for... Okay guys, so we have this activation around 7 UTC, and you can see that you were most likely asleep, or during sleep, and this probably made you feel some type of way. You could feel like you can't go to sleep or something happens during your dreams during this time, but it looks like for the most part, it is the wee hours of the morning. It's 16 UTC for me, so it looks like we're gonna have a beta day, which means a lot of high beta frequency, which means we're gonna have a lot of clarity. We're gonna be able to do the things that we want to do during the day, which is really nice. But again, this is after high activation time. So hopefully on Saturday and Sunday, as we were going through these intense energies, we were going through this cascading of gamma energy, you are doing the things that you need to do for yourself, for your higher self, for your best evolution. You weren't just sitting in front of the television. You weren't just sitting in front of your phone. You were doing creative things. You were doing things that give back to yourself and your heart and your mind and your spirit. And also, it's really important for you to revitalize, for you to soothe the nervous system. So go out into nature, put your feet into the fertile soil, sit by a tree, do all of these things, be around nature, be around animals. All of these things will give back to yourself and it will help you evolve during this time, because a lot of people are saying that foreboding things are going to happen after the activation. And honestly, guys, things are going to happen because they planned it that way, okay? The prophecies that they put into place is going to happen because they literally wrote the prophecies and they are leaving the earth. So we should not be paying attention to that, whether some massive thing happens. It could be a natural event that happens. It could be, it could just be one of their prophetic events that they want to streamline to the media. Anyways, guys, hopefully you're giving back to yourself, you're treating yourself well, and I'm gonna leave it as there. I'll come back maybe today or tomorrow if anything else shows up. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, and peace.